After 1 year of RV life, we have made our fair share of mistakes. A lot of them happened while we were mooch docking, so we're going to share our top 5 epic mooch docking fails.
When Morgan, Chris, Jonah, and Jude, we ditched the 9 to 5 to spend more time with each other after years of missing out.
We're exploring every state in the U.S., creating experiences that bring us closer together the further we step outside of our comfort zones.
Where are we now?
Hi Explorers! Greetings from
Michigan.
in my parents' driveway. Yes, we are still here. It has been quite a long time since we have been mooch docking in Michigan. Our RV is parked at my parents' house. We originally were going to stay for a week, maybe 2 tops. We had some doctor's appointments that didn't really go to plan, and then we had follow-up visits, and now I'm waiting to see a specialist. So we are just like professional mooch dockers here, which got us thinking, while we're here, we should definitely share some of the mistakes that we've made along the way, because while mooch docking seems quite simple, it's actually not, and we have failed miserably at this. So we're gonna share our top 5 epic fails. Failure to assess parking conditions. It might sound great staying at your friend's house or your family's house, but if they do not own an RV, chances are they're very unsure of where the best place to park is. And I can tell you from our experience, it is not in the grassy yard.
No, and my father-in-law,
In Michigan, it rains
Jeff,
out in Michigan.
was very, very, very upset with me. At the time, he's over it now, but at the time he was very, very upset with me.
Our RV was stuck, and so was our truck, and it was just a colossal nightmare.
But this wasn't the only time that this happened. We were welcomed to a Navajo reservation, and we were staying there, and it got a ton of snow overnight. Unexpected. And we were supposed to leave the next morning. We hooked up, we started moving, but then, unfortunately, because of our 2-wheel drive truck.
And it was very muddy underneath.
It
so it was
very
just
muddy
this
and wet.
horrible mixture of things that got us very, very stuck.
This time around, if it does happen again, we have a plan in place. We're gonna have our truck hooked up to Bilbo, and this time around, before even attempting to pull out of the wet, soggy grass, we're gonna hook up to my father-in-law's truck, and we're gonna do a double whammy and pull it out nice and easy without tearing up the grass.
Hopefully it works.
We failed to measure our space.
When we were visiting our friends in beautiful California, we had a blast, and they were so welcoming to us and said they had a space available, and we were so pumped about this. We pulled in, and there wasn't much space in their driveway. Our RV went all the way into the sidewalk, so people walking through had to actually go underneath the nose.
The nose was sticking right out. I mean, it was probably this much into the road, but it was completely covering the sidewalk.
And we were actually under shingles. I think we were about 1 inch away from touching their house, so make sure you measure. We failed to look up the rules. Another epic fail that occurred while we were in beautiful California. We did not know the local rules. Our friends lived in a neighborhood that had a homeowners association, and they were only allowed to have RVs parked in the driveway or the road for a certain amount of days. And after 5 days,
I think they got a call.
I think they got a call.
Yeah. We use too much electricity. When you're mooch docking at a friend's house or at another site, they probably don't have a 30 or 50 amp hookup, which is what you need for your RV to run things like your AC, for instance. So we made the error of hooking up just to a regular 120 outlet and using a converter on our RV into Morgan's mum and dad's barn and running the AC in the hot summer. It burned out the end of the plug, and yeah, don't do that, it's bad.
A couple tips that we would have in hindsight. We have the ability to run our refrigerator on propane, so that really helps. We do not run the air conditioning. We just have lots of fans, and if it's hot, it just really stinks. We have a generator, and then also when it comes down to water, we can use our portable dunk tank.
Yes, and you probably don't want to run that generator though when you're mooch docking at some sites, like your
It can be
house.
loud.
Yeah, it can be. It's a quieter one,
The one
but
that
you
we have.
probably don't want to be running them unless you get approval from wherever you're staying first.
Which leads us into be courteous. In addition to making sure that it's okay to run your generator, there's so many things that you can do just to make sure that you're not a nuisance, which we try very hard to do, but obviously we're still a bit of a nuisance to our friends and family. But you can do things like make sure that the lights aren't on if there's neighbors, make sure that you're as quiet as possible. It's really difficult with 2 little kids, so when there's houses that are close together, I can see how that would be very annoying. I can see why people may have called on us in California. But it's just a really nice thing to do. You know, if you're staying with friends, it obviously costs them a little bit if you're connecting to their electric. So, you know, buying them a dinner or just going out of your way to be a little extra,
yeah,
to show your gratitude, I think goes a long way. We hope this prevents you from making some of the epic fails that we have so regularly made in the past year. And we hope that you're kind of enjoying this a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, because we're going to be here for a little while I wait to get into U of M. So some really exciting stuff. So let us know, what do you want to know about RV life? What do you want to know about traveling full time? We would love to cover it, and it gives us some really great ideas and helps us serve the community. We'll see you next week.
Cheers. Sorry. I just forgot what I was doing. Okay.
Jude? Jude? Something's kicking.
Maybe not in here the whole time.